The Rocks redevelopment scheme is deep into the red to the tune of around $36 million. Private developers have so far stayed away, and it seems plans to construct an international hotel and department store have gone by the wayside. To prop up the scheme, the state government is considering granting loans of up to $40 million for buildings in the Rocks to house public servants. The buildings would then be leased at a rate high enough to get the Rocks program out of the red. Work on the restoration of the hundreds of old buildings in the Rocks was started in 1971, a year after the Sydney Cove Redevelopment Authority was formed. The 20-year scheme was aimed at revitalising the area, which had decayed through the years, and to ensure that the historical links with the past were preserved.
At the time we were condemned. When you look back on old footage of the Sydney Morning Herald and the Telegraph, we were condemned for what we were doing. But with the passage of time, most people say that the builders' labourers were good for the society because we played a role in saying that the urban development is equally important to the natural development.
Why don't you go away and leave us alone?
Because not the builders' labourers law that's running this place.
Now, there's two builders' labourers in here, that's all. We're here as officials, and the rest of the people
Resident
are
action groups that you're arresting. It's
That's
the
all right,
residents
that's
of
all
those
right.
areas, not
It's
builders'
not my
labourers.
look, I don't make the law,
not
man.
builders'
Please, we'll take the gentleman first and the lady second. We'll split you up in a different band.
Keep the Rocks for the people! Colonel McGee's me name. Keep the Rocks for the people! Rocks for the people! Keep the Rocks for the people! Keep the Rocks for the people!
Oh, that's not like you, Mr. Mundey.
I'm lighter than you anyway.
Eh? Not like you. I was meant to be a gentleman war. On the big...
Would see within the next month that the people of the Rocks will remain where they are. Just keep going. Don't worry about the summer. Ah, yes, scared bludgers. Come on in. Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock in the Sydney Trade Hall.
The vigilance of workers was always required. And so people who have got a view about retaining the best of our heritage will always be on tenterhooks because of the greed of developers to come in and knock down those wonderful old buildings. So of course you can't keep all buildings, but I think it's important that we keep the best of different periods for future generations to appreciate. The former long-serving Premier in New South Wales, when he introduced the first heritage legislation to save historical buildings in 1979, he paid credit to the builders' labourers because of our green bands. The green bands was a launching pad. It was a genesis of the change that occurred when a more enlightened decision was made to save heritage buildings. And that's a great story of the Rocks, I think, is that the ordinary people, builders, labourers and ordinary residents got together and saved the Rocks for posterity.
Without the green bands that would not have happened, because this whole precinct would have become a corporate metropolis, and the Rocks markets was a way of injecting a creativity and small business and vitality and character into the precinct again. All those people that have, I mean, hundreds of families have come through those markets, right, and had their little stamp on how that community has grown and developed.
And let's hope they have another 21 years.
Yes. Let's hope.
We'll come back. We'll come back again.
Yes.
happy 21st birthday to the markets at the Rocks.